The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That good for 22 and a first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Bolden to start the drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Zimmerman. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. But you look at this Bronco defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. The Broncos in a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Escaping the pressure right. Staying on his feet. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. You look at this Bronco defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Zimmerman. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football back at their own 17. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And he can't do it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for the Broncos score. A great play there. 83 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Zimmerman. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Zimmerman. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Back to throw. Zimmerman. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the handoff, they start with Bolden. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Zimmerman. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Back to throw. Zimmerman. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught left side by Neighbors. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
And that nearly intercepted. And the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Trey McBride. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans are back within a score. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Past the 20. Still fighting. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. 42 yards.
And the Broncos add 6 to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Zimmerman.
Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now,
blitz coming and down he goes. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Off the play fake. Zimmerman. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And this one is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. Justice, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
He's got this one complete to Perriman.
And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
This is caught by McMillan.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now back to throw.
Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes.
And he will fade his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Broncos are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2nd and 10.
A final shot before break. Zimmerman.
He's got McBride here over the middle.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return. Dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Zimmerman. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots, and there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Broncos just continue to roll.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. They stay on the ground. Here's Bolden again. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. On first down, it's Barnett.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 134 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Last thing, 19. Here we go. Set. Set, go.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnett. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it's...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 17 yards out.
And the Broncos continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Zimmerman. Incomplete.
But certainly not often that we see an offensive team kind of breathe a sigh of relief when a ball is tipped and falls incomplete. But when you've thrown 4 interceptions in the game, that actually counts as not progress, but counts as something good because it didn't go against your team, and now he gets a chance to make another throw.
That's complete to Bolden. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Bolden. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll run again with Bolden.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Let's go now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, Time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll run on 1st down. Barnett,
he's got it to the 43 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
19 Lions. Go.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touch.
And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Zimmerman. A dump off here to Bolden. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Bolden. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run.
And now here is another interception.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go now.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barnett.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming out.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. Zimmerman. Complete here to the right to Bolden. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Houston.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going for the deep ball.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
19 tight. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Zimmerman. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Steps away to his left.
And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw. Zimmerman. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Zimmerman. Flush to his right. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Alexander. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line.
Bolden. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll look to throw.
And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
20, 5, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw. Zimmerman.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here's another interception. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point attempt to come here. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football.
And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Second and 13. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of